Okay, cool. So we are recording. There we go. All right. So as I've been just going through the past couple weeks, I wanted I had a lot of people asking questions about redefining definitions and the power of alignment. So I just wanted to do this as a way of saying, hey, thanks for being a part of the community and share with you one of the most powerful definitions to redefine. Okay, so what we're going to learn today are three things. The first thing I'm going to teach you is the power of a definition and what that actually means. So if you've ever had anything you want in life that you're not attaining, the reason that you're not attaining it, one of the reasons, is due to the definitions, meaning logical and energetic or spiritual, however, emotional, however you want to frame it, but you have those frequencies tied to that definition, and I'll break that down and make more sense of it. So that's the first piece, is we're going to dive into like the power of a definition in your life. The second thing I'm going to teach you is we're going to take the most, in my opinion, the most important definition to redefine. And I'm going to have you guys do it. I'm going to have you guys unmute yourselves once we get to it to just share ideas. And I'll be writing them down on the board. We're going to do the full process on this powerful definition. We're going to do it both logically and energetically and emotionally, so that by the time we're done, you're going to feel a shift within yourselves. It's going to be really, really powerful. To give you an idea of the power of this, I've taken several clients, many clients through this process where their relationships were stuck. They weren't connecting to their spouse. They had struggles with finances. The things that they were doing in their health, it just was off all the time. And after they did this process, things started to happen. People started to communicate more effectively with their spouse and their kids. Their financial situation started to improve. It was like it unlocked the dam, so to say, and it just started to flow. So a really, really powerful process. I'm thinking this is probably going to take about an hour. Okay, so we'll do about 50 minutes doing this process and redefining the most important word. By the time you're done, you're going to get a shift. So this is just to help you guys to say, do this process because it's so powerful. And I think people don't get the power of this. So that's what we're doing. At the end, I'm also going to share with you, for some of you who are wanting to do group mentoring with me, I'm going to share with you how you can get hop on board on that. Okay. So, and it'll be really fast, take about 3 minutes to share the details. Okay, so with that, let's dive in. So with this, let's talk about definitions. And hopefully you guys can see me from this angle. I can move my camera a little bit if we need to. Maybe we'll do that. Is that a little bit better to see? Okay, cool. So definitions. Every single word has a definition, both through logic and emotion. So if you think back to energy, everything in life is made up of energy. And hopefully you guys got that by now. Now with that, if everything's energy, then the things in your life are due to the frequency of the energy that you have. So for example, if I have symptoms of health conditions, that is a specific pattern of energy, or what I call a frequency. If I change the frequency, I change the result. This process, called redefining definitions, is a way to change frequencies of an entire word, of an entire frequency. So let's say in my life, I've struggled with, well, let's just take somebody here. Who's got something that you've struggled with in life? Whether it's a relationship or what's something that you struggle with? Somebody be brave and share in the group. You can either unmute yourself or you can just type in the chat box, either way. What's a struggle? Doing too much, procrastination, Okay, great. What else? So weight. Okay. Self-value. Good.
Enabling.
Finances. Enabling. Like enabling others.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Finances. Okay, cool. So with all of these things, you've had experiences with this. Your word, let's say we're going to take having a steady income. Let's just do health first off, okay? We'll start with health. Health. Now, if you think about health, this word entails of several things. Number one is your body, right? So within the definition of health it consists of your body, right? It could consist of your mind, perhaps. It could consist of multiple variables within the definition of health, right? Same thing if somebody's like finances, finances. Within this, there's multiple definition, multiple words that create this, like money, right? Money is one thing. Also, if you're using finances, it depends what you're using it for. It might be for bills or to pay people. So there's multiple things that sum up finances. All these things are unique frequencies. So they have their own pattern of energy. The problem with this is that if you think health or finances or whatever else it is, if you've had experiences, thoughts, words, feelings, you've learned or through experience, thoughts, words, or feelings, any one of these, let's say your finances, your definition of finances is based on the sum total of all the things you've experienced in life, both logically and emotionally. So let's say financially, you've studied a lot. You're really savvy financially. So logically, maybe when you think of finances as money, you might have good positive definitions of like, oh yeah, money's great. It's an asset. It's simply a tool. No worries. It's just there. I'm not tied to it. Logically, you might say that. But if your experiences in the past, your thoughts or words or feelings have been struggle, it's difficult, it comes and goes, it's very hard to hold on to, then that definition is going to be part of your whole definition. So you could have a positive and a negative on all of these. And the thing is your body, your mind, your subconscious doesn't distinguish positive, negative. It just says, this is how it is. This is the evidence of what has happened. So when you go to try to create more finances, when you're trying to create more finances, or let's take health, if you try to go create health, and your definitions of health, your experiences and things you've been told are, it's a struggle, I can't lose weight, it's difficult, I'm the one that can't change, it works for everybody else but not for me. Logically, you're like, I eat well, I can take care of myself, health is good. But emotionally, it's a completely different thing. So if you try to go and you're like, I can have, and you form a declaration, for instance, or you focus on health, what you don't realize is you're focusing on both of these definitions, whether you're aware of it or not. So if you've had negative things happen in your life and some positives, you're not going to distinguish between the two. So when you're focused on health, part of you is going to reject that idea because of your past experiences. And it's going to be difficult for you to actually obtain your ideal definition of health because this is your definition, the negative past things. Is this making sense? So if I say, hey, I want to have love in my life, but love has been abuse, getting beat down, getting hurt. That's been my experience. When I say I want love, part of me is saying I want to be beaten, I want to be abused, which part of me says I don't want that. So then it avoids love because that's what it means to me. So no matter how much I focus on it or visualize, if my definition is warped, is not ideal, then you're going to inhibit your ability to attain that thing. Does this make sense to people? I just want to make sure we're following the same page. What questions do you have so far? This is meant to be a, my microphone sounds too far away. This is meant to be an interactive course. Can you hear that? Is that better? Okay, cool. So let's get some feedback. What does this mean to you? Why is this important? And then we're going to go and define one of the most important words together. Let's get some feedback. Somebody unmute yourself or put it in the chat box. You can do it. I know. We can do it. Don't be shy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
Well, I'm the one that said wait, and that makes a lot of sense to me because I was very, very skinny as a child, and I was so skinny that when I was a kid, they weighed us report card time.
Oh,
and
wow.
The teachers would all get in a huddle every time they weighed me because I only weighed 44 pounds and I was a fifth grader. And then I had an illness when I was in my 30s, and I've been overweight ever since. And it is amazing that you can be treated one way as being too skinny, and you can be treated bad if you're overweight.
Interesting.
So I do have both positive and negative feelings about weight. And in my mind, I'm not overweight. In my mind, I'm just, until I see pictures. So my daughter just got married, all the wedding pictures, that's what brought it up.
So you've had experiences, thoughts, words, feelings from yourself and others that have defined weight for you. Some of it good, some of it not serving you, right? So if you're focused on health and weight, what part of you is running from or avoiding is that negative version. So it will actually be counterproductive as you're trying to lose weight. Part of you is like, okay, I need to get into a good weight. But if weight has a negative connotation to it, then you're going to avoid even confronting that thing.
And to make that even, I was very, very sick when I was underweight, and I haven't been sick when I'm overweight.
Interesting. So you might have some different definitions of like, yeah, having weight makes me not get sick.
Definitely.
Yeah. So then you don't want to lose the weight, because then in part of you thinks you'll get sick if you lose the weight. Interesting.
But I know that's not true. The logical part of me knows that's
like that doesn't make any sense. But let's say part of your body is experienced that, so it's real for your body. So this process that we're going to do is going to help connect logic and emotion, so that whatever you want, you can attain that thing without the resistance. Cool?
Cool.
Okay, so let's dive in. Yeah, how do we do this? You're dead on for me. Good. Okay, so there are a lot of definitions that I help people redefine. I'm going to give you a list of several of them. These are key things that people try to achieve that if their definition's wacko, then it'll be difficult for them to attain. Money, relationships, sex, fatherhood, motherhood, wife, husband, son, daughter, God, bankruptcy, love, happiness, marriage. Those are key ones. There's a lot of others like health and there's so many different ones. But those are just some examples of key words that have a lot of baggage for people. And they try to focus on attaining it, but if they have old definitions tied to it, then it stunts their growth. So here's the process of how to redefine. And this one is a good place to start. We're going to do it on yourself. Yourself. So we're going to redefine yourself. This is going to hit a lot of areas, financially, health, in so many areas. Why is this one of the most important pieces? Because every time you say I, especially in like an affirmation, it includes the definition of you. So if you've been through things that have caused chaos in your life, which anyone alive should have been through, then part of you is slowing your progress by not having yourself redefined. So if you redefine yourself, all other goals work for you so much more efficiently. So we're going to start with yourself, and this is how you do it. I'm going to suggest getting out a piece of paper for this, okay? So if you want to follow along, this is going to be the proactive part. Or you can just watch passively if you'd like. But if you want to interact, then I would write this down so you can have a list. And I'm going to share, so this is how you do it. You're going to write your full name. Use your full name. So I would write Tyler James Watson. That would be my name, right? So I would write my name up at the top of the page. So this is going to be your name, full name. Then we're going to draw a line, and we're going to have one side the definition that is not serving you, and one side the definition that is serving you. So look at this not as positive, negative, but what you don't like, your old definition, the one that's not serving you, and the new definition, the one that you do want to serve you. So this is first the logical method, and then we're going to go into the emotional way and actually shift it in a lot of cool ways. Okay? So for this, I'm going to need a lot of participation, and all of your definitions are going to be all different. So I'm just going to compile a bunch. Okay? So let's compile a list of old definitions that define who you are. Experiences, thoughts, things people have said to you, things you've read that you took on as identities, anything that defines you, your past experiences, feelings, emotions, that is what we're going to put in here. Okay? So this is where we're going to unmute, and you're just going to start to share a bunch of stuff. Okay? This is where we're going to get a lot of participation, if you will. That way we go through this. So shout it out.
Procrastinator.
Good. Procrastinator. What else? Keep it coming.
Unathletic.
Unathletic.
Spastic.
What is that?
Spastic.
Spastic. Good. What else?
Not good enough.
Good. Not good enough.
Creative.
What?
Tired.
Tired. Good. I'm going to write some of mine that I had. Struggle. Addict.
ADD.
ADD. Overweight. Underweight. Anxiety.
Clock puncher.
What is that?
Clock puncher.
I'm sorry.
He's saying clock puncher.
Oh, clock puncher. Yeah, clock puncher. Good. Next.
Uneducated.
Uneducated.
Pushover.
Pushover.
Codependent.
Codependent.
Undisciplined.
Undisciplined. Good. What else?
Lazy.
What's that? Lazy. Grumpy. Angry.
Technically challenged.
Repeat that again.
Technically challenged.
Technically challenged. Failure.
You suck at sales.
Say that again.
You suck at sales.
Yeah, so suck at sales. Maybe feeling manipulative. Maybe feeling shy. Maybe let down. You feel like a letdown. You feel wasted. You feel used.
Not good with numbers.
Good. Not good with numbers.
Pathetic.
Pathetic.
Useless.
Useless. Good.
Not
Hopeless.
capable.
What is that?
Not capable.
Not capable.
Duck.
Lost. Stuck. Frustrated.
You're a weirdo. You're doing that energy healing stuff.
A weirdo? Good. What else?
Confused.
Confused.
Liar.
A liar. What else?
Dingy.
Fool. What else?
Someone said dingy.
Dingy or dinky, dingy. Yeah, and this is one of those times where if you've been called really negative things in your life, that you actually want to add that. So some people have been through abuse. They've been called very curse words. Part of that defines them. So I've worked with a lot of women who have been abused, and they have a lot of curse words in their head that defines them. And it has power over them. So I'm not a cursor, and I don't usually use curse words, but the only reason I would is to redefine stuff, is if it's had power on you, or if it's been used on you before. Because then you want to unveil it so then it can be gone, and then it doesn't faze you anymore. So what else?
Well, you better add slob on there.
Slob, good. What else?
Unloved.
Unloved. Misunderstood.
Disorganized.
Disorganized.
Not trying.
Yeah, not caring. What else?
Overwhelmed.
Sounds like someone's got like a chipmunk.
I don't know what that is.
If you're done, if you're done, let me see. That one? Okay. There you go. I think it was Vicky Winterton. We're good now. Okay. What else?
You can't walk the walk.
Yeah, can't walk the walk. What else?
Is this process like cognitive reframing? Is that what this part is?
Yeah, this is the logical part. So this is, we're purging all of the pieces. Now, to ideally do this, you want to get to where it's completely exhausted. Ideally, you want to spend like a good hour redefining yourself. So when you think you're done, keep going and do that like 10 times. So when you're like, I think that's everything, ask, what else? What else? What else? What else? Do that until you're like, there's nothing left. It's like, man, this is all of the things that I could even think of, and there's nothing left. What that does is it gets all the evidence out, all of the frequencies out. So when we logically, even just doing this logically helps a huge amount. Then when we get to do it emotionally and energetically, even more, right? So logically, there's so much power in just identifying all the things that have defined you and saying, okay, this is the old things. No wonder it's been hard to actually, for me to achieve things. Because when I say, I am valuable, I am good enough, what does I mean? Well, part of it means this. So no wonder it's a struggle for me to achieve anything, because I represents these things. So that I has frequencies of all of this into it. And some of you, some of them not, right? So that's why it's important to do your own and exhaust the list. Cool? Okay. So let's get about 3 or 4 more, and then we're going to do here, and then we're going to do the process to actually redefine it energetically.
Defective.
Defective. What else?
Under the rug sweeper.
Under rug sweeper. What else? Let's get like
Invisible and don't matter showed up. Somebody typed those in the chat.
okay, invisible. Oh yeah, don't matter. Good. Thank you. What else? Vulnerable, sad, shut down. Good.
Reject money.
Yeah, reject money. Good. What else? And what happens is when you actually give that moment of reflection, like when I say, okay, great, what else? There's that, this is when you actually get to the good stuff. When people are like, I don't feel like there's anything else, but what else? Then you start coming up with these things that are like even deeper and like, wow, this was the meaning. And it's really fascinating if you give yourself like a specific amount of time and just, if you're blank, keep asking, like, what else? What else? What else? And just keep purging it, keep purging it, keep purging it. To if you do this right and everything's out, you'll actually feel lighter. You'll feel like, I really feel like that's everything. And it'll feel like a freedom sensation because you've shined truth on what's been going on. Okay, good. Unworthy, unwanted, unimportant. Good. Unimportant, unworthy, unwanted. Okay, so I suggest to continue that on your own time to exhaust that completely, okay? Now we're going to go into, ideally, what do you want yourself to be defined as? When you say the word I, meaning Tyler James Watson, and I, meaning you, what words do you want to be attached to it? What frequencies do you want to be attached to you? This is where you just start going. So what words?
Powerful.
Powerful, good. What else?
Successful.
Energetic.
Energetic, successful,
Wealthy.
Confident.
safe, confident,
Peaceful.
peaceful,
Happy.
happy,
Abundant in all areas of life.
abundant in all areas,
Knowledgeable.
Align.
balanced, aligned, knowledgeable, problem solver, sexy. These are mine. I'm just throwing them out there.
Poet.
What else?
Poet.
Poet. Good.
Healthy.
Healthy. Spiritual. Spiritually.
Ideal weight.
What was that?
Ideal weight.
Good. Ideal weight.
Rich.
Rich, rich, rich. Good. What else?
Strong.
Strong. Cool.
Educated.
Educated. Capable. Good.
Loyal.
Loyal. Worthy. Deserving.
Integrity.
Integrative.
Friendly.
Friendly.
Honest.
Willing. Honest.
Speaker.
Service-minded. Speaker. And the cool thing about this is you can do phrases too. So like anything that you want to identify yourself as. So like powerful speaker or like amazing husband, passionate father, present, willing to confront everything, fast repenter, quick changer, an implementer, a knower, a haver, a doer. Like all sorts of cool words. And just think about like, what do I want? And then come up with those words. So what else?
World traveler.
World traveler, good.
Yeah. Beach bunny.
Beach buddy, awesome, love it. What else?
Surfer.
Surfer, nice. What else?
World changer.
World changer, good. What else?
Liberator.
Liberator,
Ooh. Guide.
guide,
Mentor.
mentor.
Healer.
Playboy.
What is that?
Playboy.
Playboy. Okay, what else?
Lover.
Lover. What else?
Free.
Free. What else?
Adventure.
Adventure.
Financial
What else?
freedom, abundance.
Yeah, abundant.
Polyglot.
What is that?
A polyglot speaker, someone who speaks multiple languages.
Say it again.
Someone who speaks multiple languages. Polyglot.
Poly.
Glot. I think that's right. Polyglot.
Cool. I learned a new word. Polyglot. Okay, what else?
I wrote accomplisher.
Say it again.
Accomplisher. Someone that accomplishes
yeah.
everything they want.
Accomplisher. Nice.
Mover and shaker.
Mover and shaker.
Live out loud.
Live out loud. Good. Let's get 5 more.
Advocate.
Advocate. Good.
Compassionate.
Compassionate.
I don't know if I said peaceful before.
Good.
Cherished.
Cherish. Safe.
Loved.
Feeling and able to accomplish my goals.
Yeah. Able and accomplish goals. Good. And if you have like hobbies, like let's say you're a runner, then you'd want to add that. Or like I play racquetball or jujitsu. So things like that I would add in this. Like I'm a master at racquetball and the things that I want to be good at, then I would put in here. Because that I want to help define who I am. Okay? Okay, so good. So we got some definitions that you ideally want, some old definitions and frequencies that are not serving you in the best way. So here, just doing this, I just want to ask, okay, so this is logical way, right? This is just the cognitive way of doing this. If you exhaust all of this and you fill in everything that you want, you will raise your frequency drastically just by logically doing this. Why? Because you're shining truth and light on the things that have been hidden. This is what people hide from. They're ashamed of. They don't want to admit. They say, no, this is who I really am. And they don't admit this, which is a problem because then when they go for the goal, this is still truth. So when you shine light on truth, then it sets you free. So that's just doing it logically, okay? Pretty cool, yeah? So with that, I'm going to invite you to exhaust the lists. So take time later, or tonight, or tomorrow, exhaust the list till you're like, wow, this is everything. Like, boom, I'm done. Okay? Next piece we're going to do, I'm going to just share with you some of the verbiage, and this is recorded. I'm going to send out the recording to all you guys. Here's some of the phraseology for this. All right. Now, for those of you who know how to do the CAT, we're going to do the alignment process of the CAT on a couple phrases, okay? And I'll go over those as well.
I wonder if you want to mute us.
Yeah, sure. I'll mute y'all. So there's no background noise, thanks. Okay. Define, let's see here. All right, give me 1 second. Redefine, gotta find my, here it is. No, maybe this one. Ah, here it is. Okay, cool. So here's the statement we want to use. I'm going to just speak it because I don't want to type it. And some of you probably will be like, what did you say? So just listen to the recording. I'm going to repeat it a couple times. All right, here's the statement that we want to do it on. I fully let go of all the negative implications, definitions, and interpretations regarding myself. And you'll fill in the blank with the word that you're doing. Regarding myself from my entire body, mind, and soul, regardless of previous evidence, and thank my higher power for it. I'm going to use God because that's my higher power, but if you don't believe in God, then the higher power or universe. Okay? So I fully let go of all the negative implications, definitions, and interpretations regarding blank, which is your name, from my entire body, mind, and soul, regardless of previous evidence, and thank God for it. I'm going to say it one more time. I fully let go of all the negative implications, definitions, and interpretations regarding my name, regarding myself, from my entire body, mind, and soul, regardless of previous evidence, and thank God for it. That's the statement that we're going to do this on, okay? And as we're aligning, you're going to be thinking, I fully let go, I fully let go, I fully let go. So this is how you do it, ideally. You're going to look at this, sum this up in your mind energetically, all these negative things, and you can kind of sum it up. Like, this is my old definition, and it's junk, right? Now you're going to look at this. You're going to do the alignment process. So if you haven't learned it, here's what it is. It's here, and you tap, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. So it's then you pant and smile. That's the alignment process, okay? So that's what we'll be doing while on this statement. So it's into the nose, out through the mouth, into the nose, out through the mouth, into the nose, out through the mouth, pant, 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 smile. That's it, okay? So you're gonna look at this, sum it up, and with this statement, you're gonna say, I fully let go of all the negative implications, definitions, and interpretations regarding myself from my entire body, mind, and soul, regardless of previous evidence, and thank God for it. You're gonna look at all these while tapping and breathing, and thinking, I fully let go while looking at this. And smile. Now, as an added bonus, I'm going to have you hold a sub mode. This represents 8 different categories. I'm not going to go into all the details. So cover your nails and your pads of your fingers like this. Okay? If you can't make a fist, tap 3 times on your nails, 3 times on your pads. But ideally hold it. Okay? Then look at this, and this is diving into spiritual, fungal, nutritional, emotional, chemical, physical. It's tapping into a lot of different subcategories. You're going to do it again while looking at this and fully letting go of this whole negative definition. Ready? And begin. And smile. And I apparently had some of these tied to me because sometimes what you'll find as releases, you'll yawn, you'll cry, or you'll have like just relaxation feelings. You'll have all sorts of weird stuff happen. Some people might not have anything, but so that's how you do that. If you want to take it to the next level, if you feel any resistance while thinking about this, let's say you've had a spot in your body that really represents this, like maybe it's about the physical weight or something, then I would still hold this mode and I would tap where it's at. So let's say it's on my gut, right? And it's a lot of my definition. Or let's say I've been through sexual abuse. Then I would actually tap on my reproductive area. or whatever it would be. Maybe it's all in my mind, like I've been yelled at and told, or maybe it's been my heart from not feeling loved. So I would tap 3 times to lock in that organ or gland, hold all the shortcut mode, and then do it again. So for me, I'm going to do, since I felt some resistance, I'm going to do it on my heart, hold the power mode, and then do it again. Thinking, I fully let go, I fully let go. And smile. Okay, you could do that on as many organs and glands as you'd like. You can go into until you feel like there's no more resistance. Once that is how you let go of it, okay? Now we're going to embrace the new definition. So I'm going to move over here so you can see that more. The new definition that you desire. So first off, let me ask, how many people have actually felt something so far? I'm just curious. Anybody feel any shifting or any differences? Yeah, so we've got a couple people. Sweet. Yeah, type in the chat box what you're feeling, what's going on. I'd love to just get some cool feedback from that. Okay, here's the next statement as you're doing that. Now, you're going to say, I fill the void regarding myself. So I fill the void regarding myself with the highest possible frequencies and definitions, regardless of past or current evidence, and thank God for it. Okay? So this is the next phrase. I fill the void regarding myself with the highest possible frequencies and definitions, regardless of past or current evidence, and thank God for it. I fill the void regarding myself with the highest possible frequencies and definitions, regardless of past or current evidence, and thank God for it. I'll send out in the recording for you guys the phrases with it, okay? That way you don't get confused on it. For me to write it up, it just annoys me slightly because I'm slower. So it takes too much time. So yeah, I'll just speak it and then I'll have it written out and in the recording for you guys. Okay, so now what you're going to do, you're going to look at this and you're going to sum this up. This is what you're going to embrace, and you're going to be thinking, and while looking at these words, I fill the void of myself with the highest possible frequencies and definitions, regardless of past or current evidence, and thank God for it. Now do the technique while looking at it. And smile. Then you're going to hold the power mode. Look at it again while thinking, I fill the void regarding myself with the highest possible frequencies and definitions, regardless of past or current evidence, and thank God for it. And smile. Any organs or glands that you feel resistant to it, you can do the same. So let's say I'm going to do my heart. So I would tap 3 times on my heart, hold the mode, the master mode, look at this, do it again. And smile. Okay? Okay, so then you would do that on as many organs or glands that you would need while holding that mode. Now, just doing that, how many has felt something different? Shifts, what's going on? I see a lot of yawning and a lot, yeah, it's crazy. Crazy how quick this is. So now to amp this up, what you would do, this is what I have my clients do, is I have you actually declare this, because there's power in giving your voice to new verbiage, new words. So after you've done this, now you can fill it with new evidence by actually speaking it. So what I do is I have people stand up while they do this, and when they stand up, they state, my new definition of Tyler James Watson, myself, is powerful, energetic, successful, safe, confident, peaceful, happy, abundant in all areas. My new definition of myself is I'm worthy, I'm a polyglot, I'm a mover, a shaker, an accomplisher, I'm an advocate, I'm loved, I'm peaceful, I'm cherished, I'm a liberator, I'm my ideal weight, I'm rich, I'm a mentor, I'm spiritually connected, I'm a healer, I accomplish my goals, I'm able, I'm safe, I'm calm, I'm compassionate. My new definition is I'm loved, I live out loud. So you want to embrace this and speak it as if it's really true. Now, the more you can allow yourself to actually experience it in a passionate way, the more real it will be. If you're like, my new definition of me is I'm powerful, and I'm safe and confident and happy and motivated, and you're not really believing it, the whole purpose of this is you've just cleared and shifted some stuff. So if you want to actually believe it, get out of your head and your fears and your doubts and embrace it fully. So this is really powerful. So if I'm coaching somebody, I will have them stand up and do this until I see it real in all areas of their body by declaring it. Now you speak it, you can speak it in multiple ways. You can speak it with your body, you can speak it with your voice, you can speak it with your tone. So what does that mean? Well, it means you want to change and fluctuate all areas. You just want to experience different tones. So it might be like, my new definition of me is this, really high tone, high frequency, and then drop it down to a lower tone. My new definition of me is this. And then you want to do it with bigger gestures, smaller gestures. The key is to train yourself not to be trapped from your old definitions. So if you can go from one extreme to the other, you're proving to yourself that you're not stuck in one way and you can change really fast. Okay? So that's how to really embrace it really, really fast. Cool. Okay. So with that, how do you guys feel? Pretty cool process, huh? So if you actually stood up and did that, you'll actually have some huge shifts. And any resistance you have to it, you can align. So I want to get some questions and feedback from this before we move to the next step. Cool. Somebody said their backache's gone. That's awesome. Way to go.
Could you write the
go for it.
statements down for me?
What is that?
Could you print out the statements for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna email you the recording with the statements.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's get some feedback. What went well? What are you experiencing? What resistance do you have to this? What doubt?
Well, I'm working on revamping my business. So I got a lot of great business ideas while I was doing this.
Cool.
I gave great results. I have great customers. They show up. They complete all their programs. They pay up front. The referrals rain. My business is easy. That kind of stuff.
Boom. So it like unlocks some inspiration.
Yeah.
Way to go. Thanks for sharing. Cool. What else? Who else? Who else had some cool insights? What's moving? What do you feel?
Well, I guess I released because I'm super hot right now. Like my body temperature went up.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, people release in a lot of different ways. So that's awesome. Okay.
I feel like I have permission to be exceptional.
Beautiful. You know why that permission happened, right?
No.
It was because this piece happened first. So if you didn't map out all the old definitions, part of you would feel still confined to it, as if you didn't have permission to embrace something new. So that's why this is so powerful. It physically, emotionally, spiritually gives you permission to choose. because now you've accepted and owned this and said, okay, this was my past. This is my not ideal. I acknowledge that. I get it. I'm unaligning. Now I'm actually going to give myself permission because I've acknowledged this. If you didn't acknowledge this when you went to this step, it would feel, there would be a feeling of almost as if something's missing or there's a barrier. If you still felt the barrier, it means you didn't exhaust the list.
So accountability.
What is that?
Accountability.
Yeah, accountability, but also just being able to share the truth of the definitions. Like you can't create a new definition without acknowledging the old.
Got it.
Yeah, really cool. Who else? Let's get a couple other things. So somebody said, this is awesome. Can you do this every day, or how often should it be done? Yeah, you could do this every day if you wanted to. Now, if you want to amp this up even more, once you redefine, then I would take my name and do a full complete alignment technique on myself. That gets into all the inhibitors, all the enablers, all of the 8 submodes, all of the pieces. So that would align every cell in my body beyond here to fully, completely align all phrases, all statements. Okay? So if you want to have an in-depth, it's kind of a lengthy process to do it. Like first you redefine in-depth, which takes about an hour, and then to do a full complete alignment technique takes a good hour as well. So it's like life transformational though. You know, people who actually do it takes 2 to 3 hours, and once they do it, they're like, who am I now? Like it's so powerful. So it's cool. So if you've not done it that way, I highly suggest doing so. Same if you've had a spouse that, like I'm coaching a guy who's had some really troubles with their spouse. They're going in the in-depth process of redefining their spouse. Then they're taking the name of their spouse, doing a full complete alignment on their spouse. And it's going to be phenomenal. He's going to have some huge shifts. It's going to be cool. Yeah, other comments, like what went well? Now
I have a question. Does the okay, if you like you said that the guy was doing a realignment on his spouse, does the spouse have to be present? Do they have to be involved? They're interested?
Not at all. No, this is all just energetically. So he would write her name, and he would redefine her. So it's like, okay, this is her. He could do the full, like that process I just showed with the statements. But then since he knows the complete alignment technique, after doing this, he would take her name, just her name, on a piece of paper and align her name to all parts of him. And if you don't know the complete alignment technique, we just did a webinar on it, and I can show you just email us, support@enrollmentmasters.com if you haven't seen our webinars on those. Okay, good. Yeah, it can be done proxy as well. What is the complete alignment technique? Okay, yeah, good question. So some of you might not have done the complete alignment technique. Complete alignment technique consists of doing this process here that I just showed, but it shows also the different submodes, and it goes into organs, glands, chakras, body systems, about 30 inhibitors, and about 100 and something enablers, and it anchors it in so that if something throws it off, you can bring it back immediately within 20 seconds. So you don't have to redo this process every day. You can just do it one time, bam, you're done. So it's pretty dang cool. If you don't know about that, you join our Facebook group, Complete Alignment Technique, on our Facebook, and you can learn more about it there. Or email us, support@enrollmentmasters.com, if you'd like the webinar on it. And I go into details on like, it's the fastest way to align your whole body with something. So this is one part, like redefining definitions is part of the complete alignment technique, but this can be done by itself without it. Like just doing this is huge. But if you add that to it, it's like adding rocket fuel. It's like this is like already a rocket that's going around the world. Then you do the CAT, it's like going out of the universe. Like so much shifting. So it's,
I did the money alignment technique on a friend of mine, and she wanted to take a course. The course was like $22,000, and she got the money.
There you go.
After I did the alignment technique on her, the money.
We've had people manifest $30,000 in 2 weeks. We've had people eliminate health issues. We've had, I mean, you name it, allergies. It's amazing what people are doing. Okay, looking forward to doing the replay. Let us sink in. Sweet. Okay, so hey, real quick, how many would be interested? I know not all of you are a part of my group mentoring. I don't know if any of you even knew I did that. But how many would like to get feedback like this every other week, to be able to learn new techniques and tools and be able to get help with phrases and different things that you could achieve in your life? Is anybody interested in that?
Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay, cool. If so, normally we charge $150 a month for it, and we just put it on like automated payments, and it's like a reoccurring thing. I was talking to my spouse, and we were thinking about doing something really cool for everybody and giving you a super epic discount, okay? So we're gonna do this and see how it goes. So basically what this is we meet twice a month, every other Monday. So it's the first and third Monday of the month. And I teach and coach and mentor for an hour. Just like this, except I share something for about 5-10 minutes and I say, who needs help? We dive into alignment stuff. We dive into business stuff, like how to grow your business, how to phrase things for alignments, how to help with health issues, how to attain your goals faster. It's how to get access to me the easiest way. Normally, I charge, like in my mastermind and for business consulting, it's $1,500 a session, essentially. And somebody asked, yeah, is this included in the online class? Yeah, if you bought like the ultimate alignment package, you have 3 months of it. Yeah. So if you want to get access for more than that, then I'll share with you this is how you can. So so if you don't have access to that, this is what you do. Normally it's $150 a month on the discount. For you guys here, since I just wanted to give this to you, if you'd like to get into this, I'm going to save you about $1,116 a year. So you don't have to spend $150 a month. And you don't even have to spend $100 a month. You don't even have to spend $75 a month. So what I'm going to give you guys is the opportunity to do it for $57 a month to get plugged in. And some of you might even be on the $150 a month. So if you'd like to downgrade, this is the time to do it, just for saying, hey, thanks for being a part of the community. So if you'd like that, here is the link I'm going to give you to do it on. Okay, let me pull this up. And I've never done this before. We have literally charged anywhere from $150, and some of you are on our $150 plan, or more. So this is the first time I've done it. And the reason I wanted to do this was because I feel like people just need a little bit of help, a little bit more help, a little bit more guidance, a little bit more inspiration. And they're pre-recorded, so you get or they're recorded, so if you can't make it live, you get the recording. And if you can't make it live, you email me questions, and then I answer them on the call. So we have people all the time emailing me and saying, hey, Tyler, I've got this problem, or I've tried to align with this, or I've got this business problem or this spouse problem. I want these solutions. What are your thoughts? And then I'll coach on that, and I'll give them ideas and things. So has anyone been on our group coaching and wanted to share what it's like to be in the group coaching and give like a little testimonial while I come up with the link here? I'm trying to bring up the link. I gotta pull up my email here. Give me a second. We're only gonna.
Are you talking about our phone calls that we have?
Yeah, yeah.
It helps me a lot to have the phone calls, and even though I haven't participated a whole lot because I'm behind, it really helps me to have the group mentoring and the interaction and hear what other people ask questions. And then when I do get to that section, I understand it better.
Great. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Anyone else? I know we've got Suzanne, Lori Kay, a few others that have been in my groups, right? Would like to share a little testimonial there. Bonnie asked, this works for physical pain. Yeah, Yeah, so you can redefine your body. So you could specifically redefine parts of your body too. So if it's like you've had chronic back pain, you could redefine your back and totally redefine your back. And then I would learn, if you haven't learned the complete alignment technique, I would look into that too, because that's the most efficient way to work on physical pain. Like we've done it on people who've had cardiac arrest, brain traumas, chronic issues with their nerves, and through aligning every cell of their body and all of the inhibitors and enablers in all 8 categories, then the stuff just goes away. It's pretty cool. So Suzanne said, yes, I love that. I can ask you whatever questions I need at the time. I have seen some really good results in my life. Yeah, thanks. So here's the link. And we're only going to open this up for 20 people to do this in. It is a monthly reoccurring thing. You can stop anytime, but we're only going to keep this for 20 people. And yeah, for those of you who just purchased the course and stuff, cool. If you want to continue, you can reach out to me in like when your 3 months is over, and we'll maintain that for you. Just have to remind me, because online it's $150 a month.
Can you put the link up again, please?
Yeah. So here it is in the comments. So it's enrollment. Oh no, it's fc.enrollmentmasters.com/group mentoring special. Group-mentoring-special. It's kind of a lengthy one, but that's what we had to come up with. So Randy, I want to get on when my 3 months are up. I haven't been able to get on the calls, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, totally. So whenever your calls are up, just remember this, because I don't know if I'll ever do this again, but if you do want it for that discount, let me know, because we're going to actually stop that. This code, this link will stop working after 3 days of this. So
Tyler, I don't know what I've paid for sure, but I want to do the two Monday nights, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, it's to maintain it. I think you're up on your time, so this would actually be a great time to get re-enrolled. So name of the Facebook group. Yeah, so complete alignment technique. If you're not a part of that group, alignment technique. There's a great Facebook group there. If you want access to learn about the complete alignment technique, email support@enrollmentmasters.com. support@enrollmentmasters.com. And just ask for the replay from today, and we'll get you the replay. Okay, so you can learn about the CAT, because it's a really powerful, like in my opinion, the most powerful and most effective technique on the planet. So what we did here, this is like 1/10 of the CAT in redefining definitions. Yeah, cool. Any other questions? So does that make sense, everybody? Hopefully this was helpful. Did you guys enjoy this? I felt like teaching this. I felt like a lot of people had questions. So I just want to thank you guys for being a part of the groups and being a part of my email list. Take this and run with it, like use it. And then now that you know how to do in-depth redefining definitions, if you know how to do the CAT, you can do a mini version of this or a full version. So a mini version is just acknowledging and saying, okay, old definition of me is XYZ, new definition is this, let's align. And then you can do a full alignment on that. Hard Body Fitness is saying this to me tonight. Oh, cool. Yeah, that was nice. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Redefine Clinical Depressed. Oh, yeah. So, Derek, great. You can redefine symptoms and labels. So, like cancer, clinically depressed. What are your old definitions? So, old definitions of clinically depressed is like incapable. It defines me. I can't change it. I'm stuck with it forever. I'm this way for the rest of my life. Nothing works. I'm doomed to failure. I'm doomed to struggle the rest of my life. I can't find any solutions. Like that would be the old definition, right? Then your new definition, your ideal definition of clinical, even negative things. You could say, oh, it's a symptom that can be changed. It's something that is controllable. It's just a temporary moment. It's a form of expression that can be released. So you can redefine even negative things to be less negative, so that you can manage it, you control it, you can change it. Cool. Nancy, okay, yeah, Suzanne, and if you did change, just email us and say that you switched so we can take you off the old payment plan and onto the new. You'll just need to tell us. Nancy, so it's like limiting beliefs. Yeah, so, well, you could take, well, to do limiting beliefs, you wouldn't need to do a redefining definition, although you could on certain things. So if somebody's like, man, I'm just really struggling with money, that indicates, number one, their definition of money is probably off. And number two, they're probably having an allergic reaction or an addicted reaction. Allergic reaction to the idea of the positive form of money and an addicted reaction to the old form. So then to help somebody with that, I'd help them redefine and then align all parts of them with the ideal phrase that they want around money. I'm so excited to do this and learn the CAT. Yeah, cool. Yeah, welcome. Like Nancy, like cancer. Yeah, you could redefine cancer. Yep. A lot of people have really terrible definitions of cancer. Uncurable. It's the worst disease. I'm stuck this way. I can't change it. It's super expensive. Chemo's the only therapy. Like, they've got these warped definitions. Yet I have seen hundreds of people eliminate cancer and just get rid of it. So they don't have to be tied to the definitions anymore. When you change the definitions, you change the frequencies, you align with the frequency you want, your results change. The symptoms shift through the power of you aligning. And again, for those of, yeah, cancer, yeah, you're gonna die anyway, right? Here's again the link for those of you who missed it. If you'd like to get access to the group coaching, group mentoring, it happens every first and third Monday of the month at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. For those who can't make it live, it's recorded, and you get access to the whole database of previous recordings. So really powerful stuff. There's tens of thousands of dollars of material in there. So if you'd like to get access to it, instead of having to pay $150 a month, it's $57 a month, and you can just use that link to sign up. Okay, so hopefully some of you guys are excited about it. I thought this was going to be cool. So for those of you who have been in the mentoring, you know how valuable it is. For those of you who don't, you might be like, is this going to be worth it? Well, hopefully it will be. So you'll love it. Julie, I joined. Hope you do too. Cool. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, cool. Is there a phrase I could use to get rid of a bone spur that's very painful? Yeah, so that one would be more of an alignment thing, I would think, instead of a redefining definition. So you might have to I would ask that in the group mentoring, Suzanne. That would be a great question to bring up, because then we can come up with a phrase to align to. That'd be great to ask. Yeah, cool. Any other questions? What else do you guys have questions on? Is this covers everything? Got everything you needed? Again, that link is there in the comments. I'm going to email you the recording with the phrases, so you've got that. And then I'll email you the link here so that if you'd like to get access to it, you do have, this link will be up for the next like 96 hours or so. And then after that, it won't work anymore for that deal. Okay, so if you want to hop on, it's well worth it. You'll get it within the first session for sure. Or even if you just listen to one recording, it'll be worth it. Cool. All right. Hey, thanks so much, guys. I just want to thank you, honor you. Enjoy redefining definitions. Enjoy going through that process. And I look forward to having a lot more of you in the group mentoring. It'll be super cool to get to know more of you and dive in and help you where you need help with. Thanks so much, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.